Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the end of the world. My name is Muhsin Yesilada, and this is Bad News, where I guide you through the process. We're having a good time, people. It's everyone's favorite time of the 4-year period. It's election week, where we get to see some of the scummiest people on the planet fight it out to work out who is going to run the world. Will it be the slightly chubby, Oompa Loompa, angry blonde man? Or will it be the woman with the scariest laugh I've ever seen? Will it be Trump or Kamala? Kamala. Who do you think it's going to be, Viraj?
I think it's going to be Kamala.
I think it's going to be Diddy.
Could be.
I think people are sleeping on Diddy's chances to win this election. I think he's going to make a late run from a jail cell somewhere. That's the problem with America, is like, I'm saying that as a joke, but there is still a possibility that in 4 years, Diddy's the new president of the United States. It's the land of the opportunity. It's the land of the free.
I think so. It's the only place in the world that can do it.
And wouldn't that be beautiful? What a everyone. You know what America loves? America loves a comeback story. So Diddy for president 2028, a redemption story. Hollywood will love it because you can sell it. Hollywood will be all there for it. Like we were with Trump once upon a time. Here's the thing about Trump, what people forget. I was there in 2015. I was active on the university campuses. We all thought it was fun. We were having a good time when Trump said he was going to run to be the president of the United States. It was banter. It was enjoyable. It was the guy from The Apprentice saying wild shit. And we were laughing. We were enjoying ourselves, especially from the UK. Some of my happiest memories are sitting around watching Trump cuss people out on television. But then he started winning. Then he started saying some wild shit. And then he got very uncomfortable. And then he won. Now, is he not a covert Russian spy? Probably not. But he does love a bit of Putin. Me and Putin are friends. Nobody can talk to Putin the way I could talk to Putin. I don't know what that accent was. And he's back. And he's not back for the money. He has money. He's back for power. Power. Because people like Donald Trump, that's all they want. It's the power. He has all the money in the world, but he doesn't like the fact that he lost because he's 6'6" and probably has a 4-inch penis. And that's very uncomfortable for him. So the only way to remedy that is to become the president of the United States. So let that be a lesson to every man with a tiny penis. You too can be the president of the United States if you're funny enough, because he is funny. Say what you want about Trump. He's funny. He does funny things. When he cusses people, it's amusing. And people forget that. There is no policies. There's never been a policy. They're eating the dogs. That's not a policy. It's a big statement. You know what he did to Kamala during the debate?
What did he do?
He literally just casually drops. He goes, Joe doesn't like you. Everybody talks about you behind your back. You know how gangster that is to say in a debate? Because you know, Kamala, she's still a human being. She went home that night and she was like, do people talk about me behind my back? That is high school tactics. He's dropping Regina George Mean Girls level tactics to win the presidency. You have to commend that a little bit. Don't agree with his policies, because there are none. Don't agree with most of the things he says, but that is objectively funny.
Plays the game well.
Plays the game so well. And look at that beautiful ear that's recovered so well. Look at that. Also, I starting to sound like I'm singing Trump's praises. When he got shot and he came back up, That was some gangster shit right there. I've gone down on way less. I've bumped my funny bone against the door and gone back to bed. This man got shot in the ear, got back up and went, fight, fight. What are we fighting against, though, Donald? Most people are normal human beings. In fact, can I send you something live on Everage and you can post it on the... Can you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I made a graph today that I want to visualize. I forgot about this. Where shall I send it to? Shall I send it to you?
You can just airdrop it.
Shall I just airdrop it to you? Okay. I made a graph that visualizes where most people are at in the world. And it might surprise you. I made this today. The MacBook Pro?
Yep.
There we go. It's coming your way. It's not that, Viraj.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Did you accept the invitation?
I did.
So go to your downloads and it'll be there. I made a graph to visualize where most people stand in the world. It's there, ain't it?
It's match.
Shall I send it again?
Yeah, go again.
I think it's very important to bring this up.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, enlarge that, please, Viraj, if you can.
Even bigger.
Nah, I think people can see that. Okay, so I made this today. This is a normal distribution curve, and it's to represent that most people are normal people. And some people are scumbags, and some people are amazing people. And I think there's some valuable philosophical lessons here, right? Because we hear this, like you've been maybe in like in a spin class, and the spin instructor is saying, you're all amazing. You're all powerful human beings. You can do whatever you want. No, you can't. Most of the people in that spin class are just normal people who are only doing the spin class to make their week a little bit easier, Viraj. They're not going to do much with their lives. They're going to have an all right life. And to be honest, all right life is probably better than amazing life, because an amazing life is tiring. And then on the other extreme, you have pieces of shit. They're not as common as the normal people. They're just as common as the amazing people, but they're there. Some people in that spin class are horrible people. They vote reform secretly. They have left-wing friends, but secretly, they want the immigrants out, Viraj. They make about 2.5% of the population according to a normal distribution, but they're there. So 2.5% of your spin class, of all those amazing people, 2.5% of them, right? When no one's looking, they kick cats in the street. And they do it with a smile on their face. But most people are in the middle, Viraj, right? Most people are normal human beings that don't care about what Trump has to say or what Kamala has to say. They're just trying to get to their job and have a good time. They want to watch Saturday Night Live on the weekend in the US, right? They want to go to their spin class and maybe lose a bit of weight, make some new friends. What they don't want to do is get in a fight with their ethnic minority neighbor about the job market. But here's what's happened with Trump. The piece of shit part of the graph has enlarged. The tail has become wider. We have more pieces of shit coming out the woodwork now. The extremes are louder now. And they're speaking as if they're the general population. You know, when rhetoric in the UK, you hear people like Nigel Farage say stuff like, we're all thinking it. We're all thinking it. No, we're not. It's that little 2.5%. Put your cursor on where it says 2.5, where it says piece of shit. That's not everyone. We're all thinking it. No, it's just that little bit of people who are thinking it. Most of the people are in the middle. Go to the middle, Viraj, with your cursor. That's where everyone else is. We're not thinking it. You know what else we're thinking? How long is the train home so I can get home and masturbate? I want to eat a microwave lasagna and then masturbate and then go to bed. Maybe catch up with some EastEnders. That's where most of the world is. But the piece of shit have got so loud, we're all thinking it. You'd think that the whole bloody bell curve, but they're not, Viraj. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Do you appreciate that I took the time to make this today?
I do.
Has it been educational?
It has.
Thank you. I was kind of pleased with it. Did I get ChatGPT to make it in 2 seconds? I absolutely did, Viraj. Did I even bother to type it? No. Because the world is in that position now where I literally woke up, I had one eye shut, I put voice activation on ChatGPT, and I said, make me a normal distribution bell curve where one extreme is amazing people, the median is normal people, and the other extreme is pieces of shit. And ChatGPT was like, okay. Most people ask for recipes for pancakes on a Saturday morning. But if this is where you're at, Muhsin, let's make that for you. And that's most of the world, Viraj. Let's click off this now. The next bit, I'm going to brush over the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, and we're going to go straight to Donald Trump's rap sheet. So if those of you don't know, this is a fun little website called PolitiFact where they track Donald Trump's lies, right? And they put it in a nice little fact-checking temperature chart thingy. So, how many truths has he had recently? 3%. That's good. 8% mostly true. 11% half true. 19% mostly false. 38% false. And 19% pants on fire. This is a truth chart that any fuckboy around the world would be proud of. You see this chart? This is how many lies Donald Trump tells. These are the same amount of lies that the man you are crushing on is telling you right now. Isn't that right, Viraj? Mm-hmm. So this is a fun tool, and I thought it'd be a fun segment to go through some of Donald Trump's pants on fire lies. What do you think about that segment, Viraj? Do you think that'd be fun?
That sounds like a good choice.
Yeah. So let's go to 203 checks for pants on fire. Okay. So these are Donald Trump's pants on fire lies recently. Okay, it has come out that Democrats in Washington and Democrat governor's office of North Carolina were blocking people and money from coming into North Carolina. Bit vague, don't even know what that means. Scroll down, please. Okay, now we're getting fun. The Biden administration stole $1 billion from FEMA to use it for illegal migrants, and FEMA is now busted. They don't have any money. Well, what are they using the money for the illegal migrants? You know, are we taking them out to McDonald's and to Fort Park? What are we doing? Are we buying them all houses? Are we buying them all new outfits? What are we doing with the money? Where did you get that number from, Donald? And how do you know they don't have any money left? But people see that kind of statement and they're like, well, yeah, no. Must be true. Because he said it. Scroll down. Vice President Kamala Harris is talking about bringing back the draft. Listen, if anyone's going to do that, it's you, Donald. Let's be real about that. Donald, I know Donald technically in his defense has had a decent reputation with not formally getting involved in any wars, but he flamed it from a distance, didn't he? The Middle East, Donald, you've done a lot of shit stirring. You know who Donald Trump is? Donald Trump is the type of guy, right, who just like spreads rumors for fun and then watches the world burn from a distance. Like he literally went up to the countries in the Middle East and goes, I heard the Iraq's talking shit about you, and then ran away. In Zelensky's ear, you know, you should probably fight back against Ukraine. And then in Russia's ear, you know, you can have this started within minutes. He's a shit stirrer. We've all had a shit stirrer in our life. Mm-hmm. But then he'll say, I don't get involved in wars. It's like, no, but you you fuel them from a distance. Do you want to see my impression of America getting involved in Middle Eastern politics? Ready? Guys, stop it. Stop it. Guys, you're being so bad. Stop it right now. Stop it. You're still doing it. You're so bad. You're actually so bad. Stop it. No? Okay. Okay, you guys can fight then. Fight over me. They're a dirty little slag, the US. They're a dirty little slag who have all these Middle Eastern boys. America is the hot blonde woman that Middle Eastern men just seem to fight over. And the Middle Eastern men need to learn this woman is tricking you. She's never going to date any of you boys. Boys, stop. Stop it. You're being so naughty. Stop it right now. Scroll, please, Viraj. In Springfield, Ohio, they are eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats, they're eating the pets, the people that live there. Okay, but that's just, they're not though, are they, Viraj?
That was on a presidential debate.
It really was. They're eating the dogs. He just went, no, keep it there. Right? He was getting desperate, bruv. He just went for the Hail Mary. It was like, fuck it, they're eating the dogs. What else are they doing, Donald? What else are they eating? You know, these immigrants, they love dogs. They got a taste for it. I said, don't eat the dogs, but they still eat the dogs. When I was president, nobody ate the dogs. We just pet the dogs. We love the dogs. When I was president, the dogs were in the house. They were beautiful, beautiful American dogs. Now we got Venezuelan dogs. They're disgusting dogs. Have you ever seen a Venezuelan dog? It's more like a wolf, really. Just keep scrolling. This is fun. I don't think we're going to get to the budget, if I'm being honest. How long has this been going? 15 minutes? Yeah, we ain't getting to the budget. We'll do the budget in the last 10. The transgender thing. Oh, for fuck's sake. Your kid goes to school and comes home a few days later with an operation. Fucking hell, Donald. They're not doing that, Donald.
At a Mums for Liberty conference.
At a Mums for Liberty conference. Oh my God. And these idiots in the United States are like, well, I don't want my kid to have an operation. They won't, probably. Let me show you something. Can you, Can you do two things for me? Can you bring up my graph, right? Actually, no, let's just have a normal distribution graph for this one. Just write normal distribution graph. Right, and just pick anyone. That's fine. So enlarge that. There we go. And now write in a new tab. Mm-hmm. Number of transgender children in the United States. Okay, so 1.5. Okay, so let's do a story here. Start with the political fact thing. So here Donald Trump wants to sell the idea that there's transgender kids left, right, and center, and it's an epidemic of some sort that we should be scared about, right? Now go to the number of transgender children. 1.4% of children are transgender in the United States. Now go to the normal distribution, right? That is the tiniest. Go to the bottom left of the curve. That is the tiniest portion, but what Donald Trump makes you want to believe it's the entire bloody curve. It's amplified for fear, and he does it so well. And people believe Donald Trump's lies. Do you know why? Because he's their liar. He might be a liar, but he's my liar. He's lying to get my agenda across. And there's research to support that. Generally speaking, you can get Donald Trump supporters to admit that Donald Trump lied about something, right? But then you ask them, has it changed your voting intentions? And the answer, generally speaking, in the research is no. He might be a liar, but he's my liar. He's authentic. He talks with belief, but he doesn't talk with facts. And that's the problem with people like Donald Trump. In times of national crisis, people don't want to hear complicated messages about what we need to do step by step to get the country back on track. They need a very easy message that they can absorb that sounds persuasive to them and gives them hope. And that's what Donald Trump does. He doesn't deal with facts. He deals with belief. And belief is much more easy for people to absorb than facts. Facts are complicated, they're sticky, and sometimes they're not convenient. But Donald Trump gives really easy peripheral messages that you can absorb and you can take it out into the world and it can make you feel better about the frustrations you have. Immigrants, this, that, or the other. Donald Trump has told me that he's the answer and that he's going to deal with it. How is he going to deal with it? He's never given you a proper answer, not once, but he's given you an easy message to absorb. And that's Donald Trump. And it's taken over the world, and it's very persuasive, and it's dangerous. And I'm sorry if you don't believe that, but it absolutely is true. We had 4 years of it. He polarized the United States beyond belief. More so, and there is evidence to suggest this, the United States is extremely polarized. Not civil war polarized, but in recent history, as polarized as it has ever been. And that's Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the person you can vote for. Also, Kamala's not no angel. Before we move on, I should probably show that. So is this Kamala's? So she's not, according to PolitiFact, she's had no pants on fire lies, but she's had some bad ones. 18% false is still pretty high. If I told you that your boyfriend is lying to you 18% of the time, you wouldn't be happy with those numbers, would you? Would you accept your partner lying to you 18% of the time? No, you bloody wouldn't. So why would you accept it from the President of the United States? 12 checks. Let's have a little look, Viraj. Former President Donald Trump would force states to monitor women's pregnancies. Never really said that. We have cut the flow of fentanyl by half. Have you fuck? Have you seen clips of the homeless situation in the US and all those poor people on drugs? Have you fuck cut it by half? If anything, it's doubled. It is streaming in. And they're eating the cats and dogs. Scroll down. Video shows that J.D. Vance endorses Project 2025. I don't know what that is. Scroll down.
You don't know what Project 2025 is?
No, what's that about?
We'll break that down next week.
Oh, can you quickly tell me what it is?
Project, you know what? Let's just show them.
Yeah, what is Project?
Project 2025.
What is Project 2025? What are we doing in Project 2025?
It's a think tank initiative. What it specifically does.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Where is it? 2025 explained.
Can they hear you if you explain it quickly?
Yep.
Go on.
Project 2025 is a federal policy agenda made from a think tank, radical restructuring of the executive branch, basically financed by Trump and a bunch of others, although I think he kind of spaces himself away from it. Most of the people who are in his government supposedly support this. What is it specifically? Gut the abortion access, mass deportations, increasing warrantless surveillance,
wicked,
unleashing undue force on protesters.
Excellent, let's do that.
Severely limiting voting access.
Too many people can vote.
Censoring critical discussions in classrooms.
Let's censor it. Kids shouldn't have an opinion.
Rolling black trans rights.
Yeah, it's long.
And that's the main.
Yeah. Project 2025. Sounds good. You know what my New Year's resolution for Project 2025 was, Viraj? My New Year's resolution was, go on more holidays.
Yeah.
Trump's going big. Trump was like, my New Year's resolution is New Year demolition. That's what I want to do. My Trump impression is terrible. So bad.
I think it's getting better.
Thank you. It's gotten better over the course of this episode, for sure. I should have practiced it last night. How long are we at? How long have we got for the budget, Viraj?
10 minutes.
We've only got 10 minutes for the budget, but that's how long it took the Labour Party to put the budget together anyway. It was a quick 10-minute meeting, in and out, because it was Friday, Viraj. He had to go home and spend time with the family. So the budget was put together in 10 minutes. 40 billion in increases to taxes.
Yep.
Here's the problem with increasing taxes on the middle class, right? You're not going to hit the people you think you're hitting. You're going to hit the hard-working middle class, but you're not going to hit the super rich because they have all the facilities to dodge it. Mm-hmm. Like, Viraj, you're super rich. You're not going to pay any taxes, are you? You're going to be on your yacht so quick. But people like me, hard-working people like me, in this beautiful, modest home, we're going to be hit the hardest. Mm-hmm. I might have to sell that painting because of this, Viraj.
Yeah.
Do you know who that painting is of? No. It's my great-great-grandmother. No. It actually is. I'm going to miss you, Grandma, but Keir said we can't have you anymore. We're going to have to sell you. What are the fun parts of this budget, Viraj? Anything fun that sticks out to you?
Top line is the 40 billion in tax increases.
Nice.
We've got...
Does that affect me, do you reckon?
Yes.
Good?
Yes, it does.
Good.
We've got inheritance tax freeze until 2030.
So we're not doing inheritance tax anymore. We're not. They've gone back on inheritance tax, have they?
The threshold is free, so they might
Right.
increase it, but the thresholds are saying.
Take all my family's money. Take it. It's yours. You deserve it, Keir.
Okay, we got income tax bands increasing with inflation after 2028.
Sure, good.
Basic rate capital taxes on profits. Businesses get hit hard.
What are we doing to business, Viraj? We destroying them?
We are destroying them.
Good. So let's destroy those small businesses. Let's make sure. But Viraj.
15% on salaries.
Good. But Viraj, here's what I want them to do. I don't want them to hit the global corporations because their accountants will get past it. Let's just hit the off licenses and the small independent restaurants.
Yeah.
Let's do that, Viraj. Can we do that?
We can't.
Okay. I think we should do that. I think that's the strategy here.
You know what it feels like this budget is? It feels like it's attacked the people that got him into office.
Yeah.
Which is really weird.
They think they're hitting the rich, but they're not. They're going to be hitting the hard-working middle class, which this country is. The majority of people in this country are hard-working, generally speaking, middle-class people who, you know, own their home probably, work very hard. They're paying their mortgage. They're trying to put their kids in, you know, as many extracurricular activities they do. They want to get their kid an extra tuition so they can go to a good university. They live in a nice semi-detached house in suburban England somewhere, and they're working hard. And that's going to also affect the working class, because the working class generally work for the middle class, who are probably going to lose their jobs if businesses are impacted. So just this film all feels a little bit backwards. If you're going to go after the big corporations, do it with some balls and go after them. Don't shoulder the burden on. I know there was this whole debate on Keir Starmer really fluffed his lines on what he deems working people. As if, like, you know, if you own a small business, you're not a working person. My dad had a small business. He worked. How many hours did my dad work?
I don't think I ever saw your dad
Not working. He worked his entire life. And you know what happened?
What happened?
He's dead now, Viraj. He died yesterday when he saw this budget. Checking out, he died a year ago. R.I.P. Viraj killed him.
Definitely.
Viraj murdered my father.
But I tell you what your dad would have liked, or maybe your dad wouldn't have liked, but people in small businesses might have liked. The one thing the budget did give us.
What did he give us, Viraj?
1.7% decrease in drinking.
My dad didn't drink. But, okay, so here's what he's done. So, what has he cut?
He's cut the tax on draft drinks.
Okay, so here's what he's done. So Viraj, here's what he's done. So Keir Starmer has increased taxes for working people, but he's cut taxes on drinks. So when you lose your business, you can develop alcoholism much quicker and much more efficiently. Good job. Was that the intention?
No, I think the intention here is to get people back into pubs.
Yep. Because they're going to need to be in a pub once they've lost their job, Viraj.
And its tax on non-draft has increased, but the tax on draft has been cut. How weird is that?
This slightly feels racist here. 2% above inflation. So they've hiked taxes on tobacco, but they've cut taxes on alcohol. Shisha lounges hit, pubs thrive. Where are my brown people going to go, Viraj?
Definitely not to the pub.
We don't want to go to the pub. We like our shisha lounges. Let us smoke our tobacco in peace, man. We've had a long couple of years with Tommy Robinson and all those boys. We just want to smoke our shisha pipes in peace. Right, we should probably wrap this up, right? Where are we at? We're on 27 minutes, I'm guessing. Have you noticed that basically all our episodes are around 27 minutes long? It's like a body clock thing we've got going. It's nice. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed this special edition, the political edition. I've had fun. I hope you've had fun as well. May Allah be with you. Like and subscribe. You know what we should do, Viraj, before you hang up? Can we put like a little like thumbs up, subscribe emoticon at the start of the episode? Like and subscribe and all that stuff, man. Just do it. You bastard. All right, safe.